talking about the NFL draft during the regular season. Okay? Look, I'm not necessarily opposed to ever talking about the NFL draft, but guys, the whole point of sports is that there are games being played. We're in the regular season. There are games being played right now. There's all kinds of things we can talk about that are related to the actual games being played besides the draft, okay? I don't care what the draft order is. I don't care what these teams are going to do next year. I don't care. Oh, is someone going to take Marvin Harrison Jr.? Is someone going to take this quarterback? Is someone going to take that quarterback? I don't care. There are games going on. And I understand that if you're a fan of, the Bears or something, or the Patriots, and you're kind of interested in that because your regular season sucks, okay, but these need to be national topics discussed on national shows. I don't get that. I just find it incredibly boring and it's just a totally lame way to go through a radio show or a talk show on TV. I mean, guys, really? What if this happens and this team's going to get this guy and this team's going to get this guy? We can have our different opinions on these players, but we don't really know what they're going to be until they actually start playing. We don't know Bryce Young. Carolina's going to get a different coach. Maybe that'll help them. Maybe it won't. I don't know. But this is all speculation. There's actual games going on right now. There's more interesting stuff we can talk about. The Dolphins and Cowboys game. That's interesting. The Ravens are playing the 49ers. Hell, I'll even take MVP talk over talking about the draft.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm totally with you. I get I understand, like you said, I understand if your team's bad and this is what you have to root for. I get that. The Dolphins have been bad plenty of times in my life. I get rooting for a high pick. I totally support that from a fan base. However, you are exactly right. We're doing this earlier and earlier and earlier every goddamn year. It's getting to be too much. A team loses 2 games in a row now at the beginning of the season, number 1 pick watch. It's just I agree with you. It's ridiculous. I think, now, by the way, I like the draft. I'm not against the draft. After the season's over, when we, have all the build-up, whatever, I love watching the draft on TV. It's fantastic. Okay? But we really don't need to talk about it. Like people already have Justin Fields traded to another team, right? They've already got it figured out. It's they're debating how much you can get for Justin Fields right now. And it's let them finish the season first. Let's finish the season and then we'll see where we're at. Everybody wants to make a decision now, yesterday, so yeah, it's too much. I like Caleb Williams. I think the Bears are probably going to take him number 1, but all that stuff changes. And the other thing is, and this is where I really agree with you, the draft stock and all that stuff changes so voraciously from the time we end the season to the time we get to the draft. It's ridiculous. Everyone is just ridiculously speculating because all the teams have not done their evaluation. So we have no real information on who teams like and who they don't, right? They haven't gone through the process yet. So we're completely winging it. We really have no idea. It's just talking heads on TV talking about it. They have no real information because nobody knows anything and nobody's telling anyone anything yet. So yeah, it's complete nonsense. You might as well be talking about, tectonic plate shifting or, the tides, because that's how much meaning any of this nonsense has right now.
Yeah, it's one of those things where people are, it's like they're more interested in transactions than they are action, on the field stuff. And I don't want people to get too caught up in that. I want to watch the games. That's why I like sports. Okay. This other stuff, some of it's kind of interesting. Some of it's not interesting, but I don't want to become overwhelmed with this stuff, especially during the season. If it's in the off season and you got to find something to talk about, fine, but dude, we're still, no one's won the Super Bowl yet. We haven't even started the playoffs yet. And there's all kinds of doubt about who's going to get into the playoffs and other teams that might get left out that we thought maybe would be in there. So, there's plenty of stuff to talk about. We don't need to get into all of this other stuff during the season.